What is up, YouTube? Frosted Hobidon here, and today I'm back with another reaction video for all of you. And this is another death battle from Death Battle, and it is Killua from Hunter x Hunter versus Misaka from a certain magical index. I've never heard of a certain magical index. Well, I wouldn't say I never heard of. I have heard of it, but I never got a chance to watch the full. I watched a few episodes and didn't know what the heck was going on, but I have seen the full series of Hunter x Hunter. But I'm rooting for Killua to win this, although I don't support kid characters getting killed in a death battle. But hey, that's not gonna happen. Kid characters are going to die in this series because they already done this before. But as for Misaka, or how you pronounce it, she might be full of surprises, so we shall see. Because never underestimate the characters you never heard of. Never underestimate them. That's what I have learned. Also, this death battle, the original video for this video, death battle is in the link in the description down below. So go check it out for yourself, and then come back and see my reaction to it. And then come back, and then we can enjoy the rest of the video together. Now, that's if you want to keep on the update on notification on future videos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and that notification bell for future videos along the way. Certain people of you are already subscribed, and some of you are not. If you want to support the channel, hit the join button to be a Hobidon Squad member, or be a member of my Patreon to help this channel up a bit. All links in the description down below. That being said, without further ado, let's get on to the reaction, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alrighty, let's do this. We're gonna learn about Mikasa, and maybe a little bit more about Killua.
Hunter x Hunter's prodigious lightning assassin.
Misaka Mikoto, Academy City's
It's
ace electric
a
princess.
lightning battle.
What is more terrifying than the all-powerful crackling might of lightning?
Lightning in the hands of cocky, hyper-talented teenagers. The worst combination. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
has lightning
and skills
powers
to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, Pixel. Alright, let's do this.
The Zoldycks, a vicious family of assassins known the world over. So infamous for their killing techniques, a single photo of any member sells for millions.
That is true. Even getting a picture of their faces, you get millions of dollars from it.
You don't want to be the target of their next family outing. But like all families, there's bound to
These
be a
are
rebel.
expert killers.
As was the case with the middle child, Killua.
They seriously named him Kill? Hardcore.
Well, it might be a pun on the term kilowatt, but kill is
Makes
apt,
sense.
given he's been trained in past tensing people.
Okay, Killua Voldix. He is 14 years old. Yeah, he aged up a lot over the years. Yeah, he's really young. So he's 14 currently. He is 5 feet and 2 inches tall. Weighs 99.3 pounds. Former Codex assassin. I guess he had quit his family lifestyle and become his own. A teacher, Alumi, Wing, Biscuit. He likes Gon, Alika, and Namika. I'm trying. It's been a while since I've seen Hunter x Hunter. I'm trying to pronounce their names. Alikota. But Gon is like a best friend to him.
Well, since he was 3.
I'll say, at age 14, he was strong enough to open a 64-ton door. Geez, what kind of workout did his family put him through? Somehow, it gave him 6 skater skills, extendable claws, and rhythm echo, a technique that lets him fool people's senses with just his feet.
More accurately, by manipulating the cadence of his...
Okay, super alloy, yo-yos, skateboard, hand-to-hand combat, resistance to poison and electricity. Poison has no effect on me too. Awesome. Electricity, it just stings me a bit, and it's annoying. But my little brother was suffering from poisoning. I gave a sample of my blood. Not a fan of the needles, but I did it to save his life. Little sparks. For some reason, my blood somehow mutated his brown fur into white fur. Strange. And now it's strange.
footsteps.
Hold on. High pain tolerance. High pain tolerance. So you can take a lot of punishment. Bloodlust senses. Assassination arts such as silent glunt, silent gouts, claws, rhythm echoes, the snake awakening, and assassin mode. Okay.
Killua can create an auditory illusion, capable of tricking even extrasensory abilities.
Killua was a heck of a prodigy, but despite...
I had to do a little editing because it kind of messed up. I clicked on something and kind of messed it up. Okay, rhythm echo can affect netro and subs nin users whose normally can sense aura. Sub experientially fell prey to the illusion, while netro only evade Killua's attack due to his superior speed and experience.
Being able to effortlessly rip out hearts, his family still thought
that
he
was
wasn't
terrifying.
cold-blooded enough.
Fed up, he ran away. Not to the circus, but to the Hunter Association. An association of people who hunt stuff.
Yeah, they hunt people. It's a different thing. Various of goals. So the fact that his family said he's not bloodthirsty enough, even though this kid can rip people's hearts out their chests like it's nothing, it's not cold-blooded enough. Well, okay, I see it. I'm scared to realize what their idea of bloodthirsty. Okay, there are a variety of hunters. There are veracity of hunters with the veracity of goals and vocation ranging to blacklist treasures and ruin hunters to more exposure magic seeds poisonings and even cute hunters.
There he tested himself in the hunter's exam and inevitably had gone head over heels for his new friend, Gon. Get it?
Oh god, Wiz, are you still taking those waste of time improv classes?
Yes, and I think it's going pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for you.
Killua's family didn't like him making friends, so they sat him down and then calmly and politely tortured him mercilessly as punishment. It was only thanks to Gon that Killua finally convinced his old man to let him go out on adventures with his buddies.
But this change of heart was no act of compassion.
Yeah, there's a
Killua's father
catch.
saw his freedom as just
His
another
family
step
does
in
not
molding
want
him
him
into a
having
better
friends,
killer.
but his dad
And
said, you know
in
what?
some ways, he was
Let
right.
him do what he
Through his
do it
adventures,
once. It'll be
Killua
good for
learned
him.
Nen, an invisible life force that...
Yeah, it's key. It's always key.
Actually, this one's a bit more complicated.
It
you
is.
See, Nen is utilized through 4 main principles. 10 for containing your aura while defending from physical and mental attacks, Zetsu for relieving fatigue and masking your presence, Ren for bolstering strength and influencing emotions,
That's pretty standard so far,
and Hatsu, the unique way in which one's Nen is expressed. This comes in many forms, but all fall into one of 6 types, which represent how proficient a Nen user is at certain techniques.
Okay.
Oh, it's an RPG class system?
More like a hybrid class system, because most users actually fall somewhere between 2 categories, giving them different degrees of proficiency. Techniques from these Nen categories can even be further enhanced by adding rules to their use. Oh, then there are the advanced principles, which...
Oh god, okay, I get it.
But we haven't even talked about Killua's Hatsu yet. Killua is a transmuter enhancer, i.e.
Okay,
he specializes
you're getting into
in transmuting his aura into different forms and enhancing the power of himself and others. He uses his aura to...
He makes lightning!
He kind of killed the mood.
Yes, in Killua's hand, lightning becomes a deadly weapon that he...
Okay, transmuter enhancers, Hatsu, electric aura, lightning palms, thunderbolts, Godspeed is basically his transformation, whirlwind, and speed of lightning. Aura is invisible to normal humans. Transmuters abilities like Hatsu, bubblegum, banjing gum, and Ahsoka's bite bungee gum, which possesses properties of both rubber and gum, remains invisible as well. Thus, Killua's electricity would be the same.
He can fire down as a bolt, channel through his arms, or send through metal objects.
Like his super alloy yo-yos. These bad boys weigh up to 50 kilograms. See, that's how you make a pun, Wiz. Packing enough force to shatter trees like I just shattered Wiz's confidence.
Add in Killua's lightning and he can electrify
Those are some heavy yo-yos.
And this isn't some magicy lightning. His bolts have been identified as the real deal more than once.
Meaning Killua is certainly as fast as actual lightning, especially when he uses it on himself to bust out Godspeed. A form that greatly amplifies his agility and power, letting him bypass his synapses to reflexively react to threats.
For regular folk, that much voltage would be too much. But thanks to Killua's training, he can
Killua has stated that this is more of a tolerance than an outright resistance or immunity. He still feels great pain, but the amount of voltage would still amplify the natural resistance to some degree.
Drug off over 1,000,000 volts of electricity.
He's also exceptionally
That's
crafty.
a lot
In a
of
Nen fight, every move
insane.
matters, and strategy almost always triumphs, even against greater strength.
Killua used these powers to battle world-renowned thieves, bomber mercenaries.
Rescue Akia from former family, reaches the 200th floor of the Heavens Arena, endures Gon Jajang Rock, caught a conjure dart instantly, move at the speed of lightning, rip Illumi's needle out of his brain. I remember that. His brother, he ripped the needle that his brother planted into his brain, which caused him great fear to run away. He ripped that out so he won't be afraid anymore. And tank a Chimera Beetle's explosion, defeated Sub, Romat, Ryanet, Origin Siblings, and Illumi.
And ants.
That may not sound like much, but these chimera ants were brutal.
Yes,
murdering
they are.
and eating people by the hundreds of thousands, then threatening billions.
I remember the poor children they killed, that these chimera ants killed.
Killua understandably wanted to bail, but Gon pulled him back in, much to his frustration.
Killua wanted to be there for Gon emotionally, but could not comprehend why he was risking so much against the chimera ants, going as far as becoming a monster.
In other words, Killua was crushing really hard, but didn't know what to do about Gon's simple-minded impulsiveness. It didn't end well for anyone.
It wasn't all doom and gloom, though. Killua held his own against some of the chimera ants' best, surviving this forest-consuming blast from one of their captains.
That is true.
Which, judging by its size, was worth several kilowatts.
There was a happy ending in the end, don't worry.
Royal Guard, Yuppie.
Sure, he ran for the hills the moment Godspeed wore off, and isn't as strong as the weird horseman, but even just damaging someone who can make a crater like this is nothing to sniff at.
But amidst all the fighting, Killua still could not get his family out of his mind. Literally.
As in, his brother, Illumi, put a needle in his head, forcing him to be controlled by self-preservation, ensuring he'd always run when victory isn't guaranteed. Wiz, you think you can call CPS for that?
Thankfully, after some much-needed self-surgery and self-reflection, Killua removed it, overcoming his mental barrier and ready to risk his life for those he cherishes.
Which he did when he finally got himself and his dear sister Alluka away from their demented family.
The adorable little girl with incredible power.
Of his creepy Nen coma.
But despite how valuable Gon was as a friend, Killua realized his unhealthy dependence on him.
So he decided to travel with and protect Alluka, finally realizing what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Oh god, the tearful romantic parting.
Still, if Gon or Alluka ever need help, Killua is sure to come running.
Ready to Killua anyone dumb enough to mess with him or those he cares about.
Water Tribe. Academy City.
As I had to cut the video, I had to make the video shorter as it is. Yeah, Killua does get a somewhat happy ending in his series.
A sprawling metropolis filled with schools where espers train to master their supernatural abilities.
Misaki.
Most of these youngins dream of rivaling the best espers, but only a few are hardworking and smart enough to do it.
Among them being Tokiwadai Middle School's Level 5 Electro Master, Misaka Mikoto.
Level 5? So she's a Pokemon, but an anime girl.
Each esper's power and utility is...
Okay, Misaka Mikoto. Age 14. Oh, she's the same age as Killua. She's 5.3. She's 5 feet and 3 inches tall. She's a point inch taller than him. Academy City, 3rd rank, level 5 Esper, aka Railgun, Electric Princess, Bari, attended Tokiwa Middle School. Likes what she likes. Gikota violins and Toma. Dislikes accelerators, Mikasi, and vending machines.
ranked, with level 5 being the highest they can normally achieve.
And why does she like vending? Up to that level,
why doesn't she like vending machines?
She can magnetize herself to metal, electrically enhance her physique, sense her surroundings through an electromagnetic radar, and generate billions of volts.
In addition, she can make iron sand from disparate particles in the air.
Okay, that's more than Killua's million.
Decoys, or a sword that vibrates at rapid speeds for enhanced cutting power.
Just what an anime girl needs, a chainsaw. Man, if she gets serious, Misaka can even make a friggin' 6 million ton kaiju out of it.
That's insane.
Okay, railgun, electromagnetism, weather manipulation, defensive barrier, light manipulation, electromagnetic senses, technopathy, bioelectricity manipulation, electricity resistance, iron sand, blades and tendrils, drills, spikes, needles, body decoys, and lightning mode, and giant lightning mode.
That's a lot of abilities for lightning. I think I might have to teach Sparks how to do some of these abilities.
With such tremendous power, Misaka put an end to many crimes, earning fear among criminals, admiration among her peers, and lots of personal pride in her abilities.
Though Mika's iron sand has no set density, her kaiju was especially equally masses of a golem made of reinforced concrete. She was fighting. Its size was determined by comparing in its surrounding of the buildings. Got it.
There was nothing she couldn't overcome.
Nothing except the bane of all tsunderes, a frizzy-haired, dumbass anime protagonist.
Enter Kamijo Toma, a level 0 nobody who Misaka could not harm, no matter how many times she tried.
I think I'm starting to remember who this guy is.
But I secretly love you and it'll work out in the end. Shut up! But she'd have more than a dork like Toma to worry about. As amazing as Academy City is, it's more corrupt than New York real estate. Years ago, Misaka gave some shady scientists a sample of her DNA, being promised it'd help cure tons of fatal diseases.
Instead, they made tens of thousands of clones of her.
I'm sorry, what? She trusted these people that they would use her blood to cure people who were in sickness and injuries, but instead they decided to weaponize her blood to make clones out of her because they saw her abilities as incredibly powerful. Okay, that's a problem.
Sending them all to be slaughtered one by one.
Specifically against another level 5 and A-tier edgelord named Accelerator.
Oh, I think I know this guy.
They hoped he would finally get enough EXP to become a mythic level 6. Is that seriously all it takes? How does this Esper stuff work?
I'm glad you asked. Espers represent the scientific side of the world, a side I'm so familiar with.
Oh,
all Espers possess an involuntary
writing this.
or AIM diffusion field that manifests their power, letting them consciously alter reality.
Changing reality with your mind. Isn't that just magic?
Au contraire, Boomstick, it's quite scientific. Look at Misaka's signature move,
the
railgun. Many real-life railguns use a set of parallel conductors to generate Lorentz force. By envisioning imaginary rails between herself and her target, Misaka can create a similar yet greater effect, accelerating the speed and kinetic force of a projectile, usually a coin, into a concussive bullet. It's beautiful. It's science.
Okay.
How long are you going to be nerding out over this?
Come on, this is like my one thing. Where was I? Oh yeah, thousands of dead clowns. Traumatized by the endless slaughter, Misaka felt enormous.
Dead clones who are nude. Let's not focus on that. Okay, some statement claim that railgun fires at Mach 3, but this is inconsistent with the power of output. It is outsped a Mach 20 missile and was described as a super aluminal, so it's likely barely due to the air resistance of Misaka's restraints. Okay.
Guilt. You see it all the time with horrific experiments.
Sure, buddy.
She worked for days to end the clone project, but concluded it would have to end with her sacrifice.
But Toma butted in, giving Misaka the support she needed in her darkest hour, while also punching out Albino Magneto with his Esper-proof fist.
Misaka had shouldered her burden for so long that she forgot how to rely on others. This wake-up call from her newfound crush was exactly what she needed.
But even with Accelerator decelerated, Misaka kept fighting Academy City's underbelly.
Nice.
All to protect her friends and free her sister clones she befriended. She dealt with a lot of trouble on the way.
Oh, she says one clone that she befriended as a sister. God, goodness. Okay, not all the clones are killed. So there's some that survived that wanted to help out. Mikasa's level 6 transformation required the Misaka network, which was done against her will. She cannot assume these forms on her own, and a full transformation would kill her. Got it.
But had the power to do it.
In her battle with a killer cyborg lady, Misaka conjured a city-spanning storm.
Killer cyborg lady, of course.
The size of the cloud relative to the city would require over 58 kilotons of energy to make.
Got it. She's also fought other level 5s, not just.
She fought other level 5s. Okay. Spons typically invented the rail. She invented the railgun ability, recreated a particle beams, condensed 52 million tons of water, launched a 1,200. Let me see. She launched a 1,288 tons of steel at Mach 473. That's insane. Solo 200 troops, comparable to accelerators in speed, stalemate this character, and defeated these lists of characters. Okay, let's just continue.
It's not just Accelerator.
I had to edit it again because I accidentally it kind of went to another video by mistake. Misclicked.
Dodged particle beams from an unhinged Karen.
The electrons of which can accelerate to high relative.
Unhinged Karen.
It's no shock.
Those are the Karens. Karens are the worst. Accelerated electrons are normally either a wave of particles, but Mally ability forced them into a beam stated, maintaining both a relatable speed of wave of constructive force and particles. Okay.
Misaka's reactions are that fast, given her lightning has been stated to be light speed on 5 different occasions.
More than just her powers, though, Misaka's greatest asset is her intellect.
It might not look it, but high-level espers constantly perform tons of nerd math just to make their powers work.
And understanding other powers has been just as vital to Misaka's survival. Take her bout with the magic Valkyrie, Brunhild.
Remember when Wiz said espers were the science side of the world? Well, these weirdos are packing the magic. A single mistake from Misaka could have meant death, but she still stalemated Brunhild.
Now, Brunhild was still stronger and...
Though Brunhild's power varies, it is stated that she was unhindered against Misaka, and while Misaka was physically weaker in her abilities, allowed her to retain competitive for a extended intense bolt. Okay.
And faster, but it is impressive Misaka was able to harm a saint, who are normally only deployed against foes capable of leveling mountains.
Wow.
One such foe, hell, froze 100 kilometers of ocean.
You'd think this means Misaka can take on all sorts of magical baddies.
He's insane.
But alas, the power creep says otherwise.
He's actually serious. When you're dealing with crazy magicians and magic gods, even a level 5 Esper
Okay, during the New Testament of Genesis Testament light novel, Misaka uses a mech suit called a anti-art attachment. However, it is fairly diverse for her normal powers set currently to destroy.
To keep up. Misaka valued her abilities so highly that she struggled to maintain her self-esteem when they weren't enough.
Misaka cares so much about getting stronger when Toma appreciates her as a person first and foremost.
While certainly a flaw, that ever-persistent hard-headedness will also keep Misaka around, no matter the stakes.
So watch out, because this pint-sized 14-year-old is quite literally a walking railgun.
Pretty much. All right.
Oh, moron. Good for Happy Gilmore. Oh, my God.
All right, we're back.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
The cat faces. They make me laugh. I love those cat faces. I think I can do that, too.
Hey, that's mine. I've been looking for it all day. Give it here.
You want it?
Come and get it.
You're fighting over a coin. All right.
Coins, huh? I had a butler who used these.
A bit overreacting. Oh yeah, he does have a butler that uses coins too.
Focus. It's a trick of sound, not sight.
Okay, she's smart.
Gotcha.
Okay.
He's good at hand-to-hand. Better keep my distance.
She has stronger lightning. Gotta get in close.
Her lightning is stronger. So she has to keep her distance, and he has to get close. Got it. It's a battle of lightning abilities. I like how you skateboarded here. Oh, she can manipulate weather. I forgot about that.
No time to break.
Pretty much. Wow.
Now's my chance.
Oh wow, she broke free. He broke free.
You don't know when to quit.
No, she does not. Oh, she got a sword. Which is, oh wow, that looked like it hurt. Oh crap, kaiju mode.
Catch this.
Wow. She's keeping this thing together with electromagnetism.
This is really good.
Meaning it can be disrupted.
And the snake reference. Is this the end of her? Ooh.
Wait a minute.
If she can make clones. I forgot about that.
Distance, 35 meters. Altitude, 45,
Oh.
40, now.
Oh, crap. Oh, wow. I do not. I just want to let y'all know here in the Frosted Hobidon channel, we do not support child murder or filicide or any other way. But since this is a death battle and these characters, in my headcanon, these characters are clones of the real characters and they're just watching these in the background, seeing who would win in a fight. But that's just my headcanon. So yeah. But holy crap, that is a brutal death and well played. Not bad.
The angle, the electromagnetism, the science.
He's nerding out again.
Hits.
All right, take a breather there, champ.
Whew. While Killua's assassin training made him a vicious threat, Misaka's abilities and know-how gave her the counter she needed in this mind-numbing battle of wits.
Killua could survive kilowatt-ton level blasts, and given some leeway, could scale to Yuppie, whose greater feat was worth 18 megatons of TNT.
Impressive, but the storm Misaka created beat anything Killua has done directly. And given similar scaling to Brunhild, who Misaka not only harmed but stalemated, her output could reach hundreds of megatons of TNT.
That is true.
Meaning, no matter which numbers are used,
Machi, to whom Killua scales can spin knit threads long enough to circle the globe, which is 680 meters for Hunter x Hunter Larger Planet, stated that in chapter 78, assuming that 3 hours time frame, this would require 400 kilotons of TNT.
Misaka would always have the advantage in raw electrical power.
No surprise there. Killua may have shrugged off 1,000,000 volts of
Misaka electricity can shut down eternal organs, allowing her to end the fight immediately. Likewise, Killua's electricity resistant, primarily related to pain tolerance, not targeted to organ failure.
electricity, but Misaka can dish out and survive billions.
Still, both characters have contended with and harmed stronger opponents, and the two power systems they work under have allowed weaker opponents to defeat stronger ones in the past.
So, might alone wouldn't net either a win. Plus, Killua was way better at hand-to-hand and physically stronger.
That is true.
Knowing his crafty assassin skills, things could have gone south for Misaka if she wasn't careful.
But fortunately for the railgun, she was. Her fight with Brunhild shows she knows how to deal with tough, up-close threats while keeping her distance.
And being able to dodge particle beams meant Misaka was more than fast enough to react to even Killua's lightning-quick speed.
Okay, Hunter x Hunter and Index has suggested that most characters cannot surpass the speed of sound. However, these are repeatedly contradicted by various other feats and statements.
Add to that her bigger pool of powers, and she...
Misaka's great power and resistance to mental attacks and paralysis would allow her to resist the effects that Nin has on weaker non-Nin users. Okay.
And plenty of ways to counter Rhythm Echo, since Killua's lightning, or just pin him in place.
Okay, Killua. Let's see. You're physically stronger, better in close range combat. Your downsides. You're too slow to close the gap. Wow, he's not fast enough. Apparently he is not fast. He is not fast enough. Cannot survive her full power. Straightforward art and has a straightforward arsenal. Those are his downsides. Misaka, she has more powerful electricity. She has faster reaction and attack speed, better in long range, more versatile abilities and counters. Downside, she can't compete in hand-to-hand combat. When it comes to physical fighting, she's not good at that. She's basically a sniper from a distance.
Long enough to pull off a railgun finisher. Killua was strong, but he wasn't gonna outmuscle 6 million tons of iron sand.
Killua was a prodigy in all things Nen, lightning, and killing, but Misaka's varied electro powers, quick reflexes, and scientific brilliance let her cash in a win.
But hey, at least she let Killua keep the change. She Killua'd him!
Wow,
the winner
really?
is Misaka Mikoto.
Congratulations, Misaka Mikoto. Okay, who's next?
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, we have a new death battle releasing every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button to get new perks and extra content. Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Got it. Who's next? Summer's coming. Rocket? And Stitch? Alright, let's do this. Disney versus Marvel. Stitch versus Rocket on July 3rd. Misaka Mikoto, congratulations on the death battle. Outstanding performance, I must say. Her lightning was way stronger. Killua is only good at hand-to-hand combat, but that's the only thing he has. And her lightning and her counters, she's a strategic mind, was more superior. He was fast and strong, but he wasn't fast enough, basically. Anywho, what are your thoughts on this death battle? Did you guys enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below, and sorry if there were any editing problems I had to deal with. As always, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and make sure to wash your hands. Take care, guys. I want to say a special shout out to my following Patreons and fellow new Patreons members here. KKD Silver, Elian Maybe, Cameron Carpenter, David Dister, Marcus Angelic Boy, Jay the Real McCoy, Dakota Umlov, Zach Cow, Boss Maker, Nevin Punzel, Curtis Wildcat, and Matthew Hensley. Thank you for your support, for being following Patreons of the Hobidon Squad. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video.
This is where we call in the Justice League, right?
For a monkey, they'd throw me out in 2 seconds.